Matt is a very, religious Catholic individual. He is very much into the concept of marriage as a biblical sacrament. I won't call it a debate about that on the Daily Wire. We had a discussion about it. He agreed with a lot of my position, and I agreed with a lot of his views on things, probably more so than either of us anticipated when we set it up. But I think Matt has a very traditional, civilization and its discontents by Freud approach to things, which is that, marriage is about controlling your drives. Discipline and strength is about controlling your drives. Andrew Tate would say that man in his natural state is going to be prone to, non-monogamous connection with women and fulfilling his desires. Matt Walsh would tend to say that the ability to transcend one's base or animalistic desires is the thing that makes us something other than the quote unquote lesser animals. My initial reaction to this is I think it's insane how fascinated by infidelity people are. I see it in my own work that, when I talk to people about infidelity, and it comes up a lot in my written work and in my media work, a lot of times people, I'm always sort of shocked when people are shocked by infidelity. People come into my office and they're like, I can't believe my wife was cheating on me. I can't believe my husband was cheating on me. And I'm like, really? You can't believe that? Like that's outside the, like, I sort of thought that's like it's like saying, I can't believe I was jumping on the trampoline and I broke my leg. It's like, it's kind of inherent in that arrangement that like, that's one of the risks, like, I mean, not to invoke 9/11, but, to say like, I'm a trader at Cantor Fitzgerald in World Trade Center and I got killed in an exploding building, like who the hell would have seen that coming? But if you say, hey, I was a firefighter responding to a building that a plane had flown into and I was killed in the line of trying to save people, I mean, they're both completely tragic and they're both things that obviously should have been avoided if possible. But a firefighter dying in an exploding building is a much more conceivable possibility than someone who's a bond trader, just at their desk and this horrible thing happens. Again, neither one of them is like, oh, well, no big deal, like assumption of risk. I think a firefighter dying in a fire is not only tragic, but it's also so unbelievably heroic that anyone would do that job and put themselves at risk for people they don't even know. So there is a unique sort of tragedy to that. But you certainly can't say that a firefighter doesn't contemplate the possibility of dying in a fire, just like a police officer being shot in the line of duty. Of course, we should do everything we can to minimize something like that from happening. But, the chances of someone getting shot who's a police officer in the line of duty is much higher than if you were a school teacher and you get shot. That's not something you'd really conceived of as a possibility in all likelihood, although in modern Western culture, that might not be true anymore. I think ultimately, adultery, if you're in a relationship that purports to be a monogamous relationship and you're absolutely stunned that your spouse or partner cheated on you, I think there's an ignorance to that. I don't think anyone should feel that safe, that anyone should say like, oh yeah, no, there's absolutely no way my partner would ever cheat on me.